Hi there and welcome to Studio SN. My name is Sara Naumann and today we're playing with Altenew alcohol markers. Today I want to share a fun and easy way to use your markers in combination with your stamped images. Now normally we think of using our markers to color in and do some blending and highlighting with our stamped images, but as you can see here, you can also use those markers to simply outline your stamped images, and that's going to give you a completely different look. It's such an easy technique to do, so let's take a look at the process. First, I'm going to bring in a piece of smooth white cardstock. This is what I'll be stamping onto. And I need to also have, of course, my stamp and my ink. Now I'm working with Altenew stamps and inks today, and the stamps that I'm working with are from the Bamboo Rose collection. So you can see here lots of beautiful outline images which are going to work perfectly for this technique. So all I need to do is ink up my stamp, and I'm using the permanent black ink from Altenew. And just ink this up and then simply stamp right onto my smooth white cardstock. And there you can see I've got my stamped image ready to go. Now for this flower, I'm working with two of the Altenew markers, and you can see here with Altenew, you've got two tips on each of the pens. So you've got a broad tip and then you also have a fine tip. You can tell because they have little indicators on the barrel of the marker. The fine tip also has a little gray band, so you can tell at a pretty quick glance. Now this marker that I'm working with is a Forest Glade, so this is G715, and you can tell because they have the label on here that's going to give the name and the number of the marker. You've also got the number on each of the pen caps as well. So I have Forest Glades for my marker, and then I have Coral Berry for my flower. And once again, you've got the two tips on here. For both of these, I'm going to use the fine tip. So I'm just going to take the marker and simply outline the stamp design. And I'm just going along and kind of tracing the lines. I don't want to go only on that black line area though. I want to have some of that pink showing. So I'll kind of go along the edges, go inside, go outside the lines. It's a very forgiving look. And there you can see I've got my flower on here. So then I can come back in, again using the fine tip of the green, and add some outlining around the leaves. And it's just such an easy technique, basically foolproof. There's not much you can do wrong here. If you happen to go a little bit off, you can see here I've got a little bit of white space in between the line and my green. Just go back and add a little bit more ink if you want to. And then you have your stamped flower. Now what you can do is leave this as it is, or you can cut out each of the flowers and do some really fun layering and paper piecing. So let me bring back in my original card and we'll take a look at what I've done here. So you can see here on the focal area of my card, I've left the two stamped on here. I've added some other accent pieces from that same stamp set, and then of course also the sentiment, which is from the stamp set as well. Now you'll notice that these flowers are a darker red than this pink that I've got here, and that's because I was using the ruby red marker for this. So I've combined two of the red colors on here. So this is the Coral Berry and this is the ruby red marker. So just to give a little bit of color variety on my card. Then with these three accent pieces on here, I've simply cut them out from the background piece and done some layering around the outside edges here to really create a frame around the message. All I've done is added a little bit of pattern paper here, some gold embroidery thread, and then some pearl accent pieces in the center of each of those flowers. So this is a really fun and easy way to put your markers to good use. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Thank you so much for joining me on Studio SN. If you enjoyed today's video, I invite you to subscribe to Studio SN on YouTube, and I'll keep you updated with a new video every month. For more ideas and inspiration, please do stop by my website at saranaumann.com. Again, thank you so much for joining me on Studio SN, and I will see you again next time.